Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if
Kermit,
you're saying
like
not
the
to
frog?
do,
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy.
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I'm Elisa. This is Fozzie here, and Kermit is watching from heaven. This show has a lot of moving parts, everybody. This show changes all the time. You don't know what's going to happen here. I don't even know what's going to happen right now. Okay, that's the truth. So I think something's going to happen. I think certain people are going to show up. I think I'm going to have this guest and that guest. And, I don't even know if the real people are emailing me. I had somebody email me that they wanted to be a part of the show and they were like a very big star. And I was like, okay, this person would be great. I said, okay, call me because I want to make sure this is you. I don't know if it was that person or not. But then I started calling other people and bothering other people with it. So you know what? I'm not going to promote anybody. I'm not going to say anybody's going to be on the show because you just never know who's trolling and who's not. We go on. The show must go on no matter what. Kermit and Friends goes on no matter who quits, no matter what happens. The show must go on. Keep that in mind. And we're going to make it go on no matter what anybody chooses to do. A special congratulations goes out to a regular guest here. Barry Measy is engaged. Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, what does that mean that Barry Measy's engaged and a lot of people, including myself, are not engaged? Okay. So this guy is engaged. Just congratulate him real fast. Congratulations, Barry.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
So Barry, you are engaged. How did that happen?
Yeah. How does that what?
How did that happen?
So I had met Marina back in 2015 initially. And we just recently reconnected, and we are hitting it off again. And so she's coming to America soon to see me. And bottom line, and it's the same way Yarden and I were engaged for a while, but hopefully it works out this time.
Okay, so this woman knows she's engaged to you?
Yeah. She is a former major porn star, actually. And she's retired from the industry. She actually quit the industry back in February 2016.
Okay. Okay. And you're Kermitarian of the Week.
Yes.
Because you shouted out Kermit and Friends. So if you shout out Kermit and Friends on a major network, you get to be Kermitarian of the Week. That's how you became Kermitarian of the Week. You were on CBS. Is that right?
Yes.
Were you on CBS?
Yes. CBS in New York City. Correct.
Okay. So Barry.
Donald Drake show.
Barry was on CBS. He shouted out Kermit and Friends. He's Kermitarian of the Week. Everybody enjoy this clip.
I do want to give a shout out, if I can.
Of course.
To somebody who helped make me. Three particular people.
Okay.
There's Matt Whittier of Offense Defense Sports Camps, who's my partner. There's Niall Henson, the pioneer of cable TV.
Yes.
And founder of MTV, who's my advisory. And then I have Elisa Jordana of the podcast Kermit and Friends on YouTube. She was a former writer for the Howard Stern Show, and she was in the band Cobra Starship, and she's the reason why I'm at where I am right now with everything I'm doing, because she gave me my start in the entertainment industry, and along with Niall, and without the two of them, I would not be where I am today. So I want to say thank you, Elisa, and thank you, Niall, from the bottom of my heart. I care about you two very much.
I love that.
Wow. So that was great, Barry. Make sure you do that in every interview, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Sure. No matter where you go,
Yeah,
MTV,
I know.
Fox News, you want to keep Kermit and Friends. Obviously, don't start, shifting to that porn star. You want to keep your heart with Kermit and Friends. Obviously, that's where it should be. When is your wedding, Barry?
So we don't have a date yet.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's still very exciting.
Kind of like you and Andy, how you never had a date yet.
I pray it's not like that. Just real quick before we get to our first guest, I'd like to talk to Charmin, because next week's guest actually has only to do with her. So since Charmin's such a huge star in Kermit and Friends, next week's guest is actually, I don't even know who this guest is. Charmin, next week's guest has to do with you.
It does.
You know that? Okay, who is this person?
This individual is actually, she may have no idea what's coming for her. She is actually somebody that I heard about through my campaign manager. My campaign manager told me a really horrible story about what had happened to her at a Super Bowl party in Minneapolis in 2018. And this individual is actually central to her story.
Okay, so is this a friend or a foe of yours?
No, I don't know this person. This person is not my friend.
But the person followed you on Twitter and has some kind of feeling about you.
She must. She showed up during a Kermit and Friend and followed me during a Kermit and Friends. I followed her personal page in January of 2019. When I heard about her, I stayed away from her business. So when her business page followed me during Kermit and Friends, I took it as a sign. It is entirely possible that my campaign manager lied to me about this entire story. This woman may not have any clue what her role in my life is. And I would like to have the opportunity to know what the truth is.
Okay, so we're going to get the truth, you think, next week?
I mean, who knows? Maybe she won't tell us the truth, but we're going to get some information. I'm putting together a couple things, make sure I send over to Leaf.
Okay.
We're going to do this as best we can.
Okay, so this woman's coming on. I don't have any background on her at all.
Well, we're all financial services girls, so we ought to be able to come up with something to talk to her about. It's my understanding she started selling gold. And it seems to me like that's the universe bringing us all together in a real unique way, doesn't it?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could talk to her about gold. I don't know if people would enjoy that, but I'm more interested in her relation with you and if she is involved in your campaign at all.
She's not involved in my campaign. She was never involved in my campaign. My campaign manager knew her. My campaign manager was friends with her. This woman gave my campaign manager the invite to the party where she was assaulted.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So that's
she was the last person my campaign manager, according to my campaign manager, reached out to for help after she was drugged.
Okay. Wait, the woman that's coming on next week was drugged?
No. My campaign manager was drugged and violently assaulted at a Super Bowl party in Minneapolis in 2018. This woman brought her to the party, knew the people who assaulted her, and left her behind after she was drugged. That is the story I got from my campaign manager.
Wow.
Yeah, this is really painful.
Okay, so the woman that's coming on next week is affiliated with the people that drugged your campaign manager.
Correct.
Okay. All right. We figured out who's our guest next week. Okay. So that sounds good. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Yep. If anybody
wow.
can do it, you can.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Whoa. Okay. So that's going to be a good guest. Wheezy wants to be co-host. So Wheezy, what is your opinion on our next week's guest, Charmin's friend? I don't know. I don't think I should say friend. Can't hear you, co-host Wheezy. No volume. And it doesn't say you're muted. That's weird. Okay. Wheezy left. We're going to get to Janelle in a second. But first, a musical guest, a great friend of mine, someone I really respect. She's going to be singing her hit single right now. Her name is Laura. Everybody, welcome to the show, Laura Dawes.
Hi, Elisa. So good to see you.
So good to see you, Laura. It's such a blessing that you're here. Obviously,
Thank you for having me.
When I saw your hit single, I was so excited because I had never actually heard that song before. I mean, I've heard it, but I wasn't drawn to it like at first, right? But when you were singing it, I was drawn to it, and I got so sad because the lyrics are so they hit me hard. Okay, is that what you're singing first right now?
Yes, Don't Start.
Okay, so tell people what this song kind of means to you.
To me, this is a song about empowerment and relationships and, yeah, holding your own.
Holding your own. That is hard to do. Mm-hmm. We try to hold our own here. Let's everybody give your respect and your Kermitarian welcome to Laura singing her new single. Very much enjoyed this song. I love it. It makes me cry.
Thank you. If you don't want to see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Oh, walk away, oh. Don't start caring about me. Oh, walk away, oh. Ooh. If you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you
So you don't feel sorry for threatening Robbie here?
No, there's no hard feelings.
So yes, Eric, what? What?
Hey, Elisa.
Yes?
I just wanted to let you know that, there's no pressure. I don't want you to feel any stress. There's no stress. There's no, commitment. I'm just simply showing up, to bring my best self to the table, and see what happens. I don't know what would happen if I showed up.
Showed up where? Wait, are you really thinking of showing up? Are you showing up somewhere where I'm gonna be?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring myself best self back there. That's just like you.
Somebody was pounding at Elisa's door like 5 minutes ago and like trying to break in her apartment. So Kleenex and Eric each broke into Elisa's building before, like over the last few weeks. How crazy is that?
Eric.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey,
How
Eric.
you doing over there?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing real good. I came prepared for this meeting here.
Okay.
And so the reason for the call is we received an urgent report from the Clemmer Group again, addressed to Kermit and Friends. And if you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share an idea with you. Got a minute?
Sure.
Sure. So this one's entitled 3 Good Things from the Previous Week. Number 1, I went back to the starting roots of where I first met Elisa. I flew there and picked up a rental car, got a haircut, and drove to the office in Beverly Hills. I called Elisa a few times and we talked for a few minutes. She said, yes, I'll come down. But it was a real win for a win-win because I'd essentially asked to pay them a visit. I was essentially asked to pay them a visit by the company owner. He and I have an agreement, but in order to make the sale, you need 3 tens to line up. You need the idea, you need yourself, and you need your company. And because of the direction the herd was facing, I chose to focus on the solution. She was like a child that had climbed up a tree, and her parents had her on the rope. So I wanted to ask you, Lisa, how important is trust to you as a person, as a talk show host, and as a businesswoman? That'd be my first question for you.
How important is trust?
Mhm.
Huh. I mean, it's extremely important. I don't trust anyone.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Well, as Clemmer teaches, being able to trust is super important. Someone like David, you may trust him. So number 2 is I went out with the top agent of my new job as a life insurance agent. We closed 4 deals in 2 days and built a partnership with one another. It was a wonderful feeling driving down to Oregon and meeting up with him and being really upfront and really honest, where it was clear after some time that I was really clear that I wanted to make a return on the investment. And being able to take the mentorship from my family friend who runs the business brokerage, and all his people are making 6 figures, and then apply that leadership in the moment was a real dream come true. I've been opening calls in life insurance nationwide, and I'm fairly successful. And then, applying those results with the clients in person, it was abundantly clear we were on the right track. And, and I was going to ask you, was there a time in your life, Elisa, where you showed up to work and it was there were really clear signs that you were on the right track, like when you were on Jimmy Kimmel, for instance? Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, I do feel like I'm on the right track sometimes. Like when I was on Heather McDonald's show, I felt a really big feeling of certainty in that moment. I said, wow, this is exactly the type of thing I should be doing. This fits with what I see myself doing. A lot of times when I'm just going to my regular job, it does not seem that way at all. Like it's like torture. So it's confusing sometimes if you should do things that are torturous. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yes, and that's part of the who, what, where, when, why, and how that the Clemmer Group works through with people. Where the stress lives, and then it becomes more exponential growth. That's why. Right. That's why Phoenix in December is very important, where the eagle lands in a really safe environment. But anyways,
I mean, you should land in a safe environment. I agree. Somebody that has not been in a safe environment is this person. Okay, just introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us what is going on.
Hi, everyone. My name is Janelle Lucas. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I opened a hot yoga studio here in May of 2019. And in Philadelphia, I ran into a hole in the landlord-tenant laws because I was a sublease and my landlord was my abuser. So over the course of about 2 years, I filed, 12 police reports. He was living in the building on the first floor. It was commercial, but he had taken residence in the building. So he was there 24/7 with his friends and his pets and eventually a baby. In addition, I was watched every day on 6 cameras that I know of, which means there were probably others. So for example, there was 1 camera by the entrance, there was 1 camera above the entrance door, and then when I would walk up the stairs to my yoga studio, there were 2 more cameras up in the ceiling and 1 or 2 over on the far ledge. So I just was constantly watched. I couldn't get any help from the police here. I don't really know what's going on, but I think something's very wrong. And I obviously stumbled into this hole that no one really knew was there. Eventually, so the owner of the building was trying to evict this man who was my landlord. And my landlord then turned around and evicted me, which he was legally able to do. So this landlord officially evicted me on August 14th of 2021, the week before he was evicted himself. In addition, the judge in my case mysteriously awarded him all of my equipment, my business, and my money.
So I was confused about that part, Janelle. He took all the money that you had in every account.
So there was
penniless?
So not almost. There was a judgment, right, against me that was $48,000. Okay, so his attorney, so opposing counsel, decided to just levy my bank account for $66,000, which was in defiance of the judge's order. The judge's official order was I owe $48,000 minus the renovations I did to the building, because I built a beautiful hot yoga studio that cost me $50,000, and I have all the receipts. So my lawyers and I worked diligently to properly prepare and document and file all of these receipts. And opposing counsel just defied the order and levied my bank account. So we had to go back to the judge and ask her to intervene, which she did. And then someone came to my apartment pretending to be a sheriff with a weapon, trying to get up to my apartment to serve me.
That happened to me last week.
Yeah. So then after that, all of a sudden, this judge just said, oh, just kidding. My order was not going to go by that anymore. And now they can just take your money without any explanation.
So did you know that that was a possibility, that they could have taken the money from all your accounts? Did you I would have some kind of feeling at that point and start hiding. You didn't hide at all?
No, I had no idea, because that wasn't what the judge ordered. And, this is my first time ever experiencing anything like this. I never experienced our justice system before. And I think I was very naive in terms of just putting so much faith and trust in a system that...
No, you can't. You absolutely can't. People came to my door last week. I couldn't believe it. They were pounding on the door for 20 minutes. I hate that. That's very disruptive. And it's scary too, being a woman by yourself and having people banging on your door. It's horrible. And
that was the other thing. I don't think this would have happened if I were a man. And
it wouldn't.
The saddest part is that I built a very successful hot yoga studio. And during COVID, I created an entirely new operating model. I called it a members only club, and it was fantastic. So we were doing better after COVID than we were before. I could have paid the rent for the next 3 to 4 years up front. But yet this man was able to evict me and take my things.
Wow. Okay. So you were doing very well to be able to, just trying mathematically to figure that out. So how much was your rent per month?
$1,450.
$1,450. Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
Like 10,000. So you'd be paying like 50,000 up front if you were to pay that.
Totally.
So, and you were willing to do it. and still they gave you this trouble. I don't understand how this can happen. It's so unfair. It's so ridiculous. They're taking advantage of you. They're spying on you, actually. I wonder if that's legal to be spying on you.
I don't know. I really didn't think any of this was legal, to be honest, Elisa. And I've just stumbled into it and I've learned all of this. And I really feel for like, I don't want this to happen to anyone else here, because I have a career and I know people look at me like I'm this little white woman. Yeah, I'm single and I'm in Philadelphia and I'm a career woman and I came from a poor family. I did this all on my own. So after that, to have some, bad actor just take all of your things, is disgusting.
Do you have a good lawyer? It doesn't sound like it.
I don't know. I like I said, I've never had an experience like this before. I've never had to hire a lawyer, so I don't have a reference for. I mean, I thought he was, but I don't have a reference.
It's funny. I thought I needed a lawyer this week because a similar thing was happening to me, kind of. And I thought I racked my brain for all the people that I know, and you start to get desperate, right? So you start to get desperate and you think, okay, who do I know that is a lawyer or knows a lawyer? And there was this like Kermit and Friends wrap-up show guy whose cousin was a lawyer. And I was like, oh, he hates me, but should I contact him? You start to get desperate.
And then you're like, can I trust them? Like, who is corrupt and who is not corrupt? Because I think that's what I've kind of stepped in. I mean, something is obviously wrong. My lawyers don't understand what's going on. And, it's kind of strange that like some weird man came to my apartment impersonating a sheriff. And then like 4 weeks later, the judge decides to just give them cash.
Yeah, the guy that came to my apartment just had a blue t-shirt on. So like, and he didn't look official at all. Some people are confused, like Susie Q here. Can you just explain to us, like, we're 2 years old, what happened?
Yes.
Very simply.
Yeah. So I built a hot yoga studio in a commercial building as a sublease to another tenant. This tenant owned a jiu-jitsu studio. And the owner of the building came to me about 6 months after we opened. And he said, hey, I'm evicting your landlord. Just put your rent in escrow. And I said, okay, fine. And then after that, COVID happened and my landlord turned around and evicted me. And he was able to do it through our legal system by delaying. Eventually my lease ran out in March of 2021 and our case didn't go to court until the appeal. So we won our first case in October 2020. That's again why this is so strange. So we go to the appeal in July of 2021 after my lease was up, and the judge just awarded everything to this very abusive landlord that was evicted the next week himself. He was evicted for the following. He was living in a commercial building. He was living there with friends, pets, and an infant. In addition, he was not paying his rent at all, and he was harassing me. I was on constant surveillance. It was a nightmare.
So are those just security cameras, or are they specifically for you?
They were specifically for me. They were those little YZ cameras that you can buy online and kind of hook them up wherever you want to put them. So there were 6 of them that I knew of in the building that were pointed in my direction.
Okay, so we need justice. I don't know how to get this justice. This is your friend. How do we get justice for Janelle? Justice for Janelle.
Hey, Elisa. I love the blue shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, Janelle's my friend, and I, pointed her towards you because I thought, I wanted this out because there's pretty much injustice, and it seems like there's some corruption, and so
you can't trust people.
And you know what? When you said I don't trust people, I don't trust people either. And people when you trust people, it's based on their behavior. So when someone says something like, I love you and doesn't show they love you, you can't trust them. Or just something so simple like I'll call you back, and they would never call you back. Right. So when you talk about Janelle's story, it basically deals with, I thought it was a slam case for her. Yeah, it totally went the opposite end, right? And so it totally went against her, and this is so bizarre, and that's why it's so crazy, And I'm, we talk, and she tells me about the story, and it's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening.
I'm just curious how she got that cheap rent for $1,400 a month. That's pretty good. Okay, so we have this guy that I really like here today. His name's Jeff. JJ Star Duran. He's supposed to be there. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy you're here. I know you're promoting a new project. You sent it to me this morning about 10 minutes before we began. What is this project?
Well, I just sent you a clip of from the comedy album. I'll put my glasses on because my eyes look horrible. From the comedy album, it's a cut off the album I just put out. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you just put out a new comedy album. It's out right now.
Yeah, it's a new album. It's Jeff JJ Star Duran, of course. DJ Jeff Duran, that's me. But I do stand up as well. And we're going to be out at the NOS Event Center in San Bernardino. That's on the 12th of December, and that's for the big Rolling Loud. I'm sorry, it's going to be Rolling Loud, and it's going to be amazing. There's like tons of artists on that, and we're going to be doing stand up and also doing a DJ set as well.
Wow. Do you have any comments on Janelle's situation? Did you hear that?
I heard that. I can't believe, $1,400 rent. I mean, where is it? Where is that? I mean, I haven't seen that in, years. I mean,
it's not in LA. But it was $1,400 rent, but then they wiped out her account, all her accounts.
Yeah. I'd have to, one of those things I'd have to like hear it from her probably offline to really get the whole gist of that. Cause it just sounds completely, ridiculous. Nothing against her personally. I mean, it just sounds like something else was going on there,
Why? What else could it be? Just ask her a question. Let's get to the bottom of it. What else could it be that you think that we're not hearing?
Well, I mean, you said in March or something that started happening, the proceedings, you had to get a lawyer in March, or I mean, I just got the bits of it. So
yeah, so we went to court. I had a lawyer, and our first case we won. So we went to court in October of 2020 for the first time. And we won, and the judge's order was the following. He told my landlord, you are to not to disturb her peace. And as long as you don't disturb her peace, she will pay you rent. The next weekend, my landlord went into our shared closet, put all of my personal belongings in trash bags, and attempted to steal a shower I had bought. So I had to call the cops. And my lawyer then advised me to withhold my rent again. So then eventually they appealed, right? So my landlord appealed and delayed the case until July of this year, July 2021. So we go to court. It was on Zoom, which lasted about 4 minutes. And the judge really didn't let us speak. She told my lawyer to shut up. And then I watched in horror as she awarded this landlord back rent, attorney's fees, and my equipment. And then he was evicted himself from the building the next week. What I think is going on is that what I've been told is that there's something called contract law. And because my contract was with this person, I was obligated to him, but he was very abusive to me. And in the city of Philadelphia, in order to get a restraining order, you have to have been in a sexual relationship with this person, and I was not.
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Welcome to my world.
Wow. I think I was only with one of my landlords at one time. So you'd have to be in a sexual relationship with her? Or him?
That's what I've learned. So at least in the city of Philadelphia, if you want to get a restraining order, you must have been in a sexual relationship with that person. And I was not. So for me, I filed 12 police reports, and it didn't matter. I don't even know what the purpose of police reports are. All I know is that I had to go pay $300 to pick them up from the courthouse for my court case.
Wow. A restraining order. I've heard recently that just anybody can have a restraining order. Like you can just throw them out just if you don't like somebody to get back at them for something else. It's just ridiculous.
And nothing really happens with it either.
I don't think anything happens.
Extraordinary circumstance. Yeah.
Well, they'd have to find you. See, that's the thing that I'm good at is like people can't find me. I'm very quick. And, I don't mind taking staircases, so they can't really get to me. So I haven't had one.
By the way, let me say that interview that you had with Heather McDonald, I saw that. That was amazing. You were great on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was
That's a great show, too. That's great.
It's a great show. I've been listening to her since 2000, I want to say 15. I've been listening to that show. That's the only show I really listened to. So it was so amazing to get to be in there. And it was just so thrilling. And I felt like it went really well. But then, she didn't really get back to me afterwards. Like she didn't really promote me on it. So I kind of felt like, oh, maybe she doesn't like me.
Yeah, but that was a great interview. We got to learn a lot about you in that interview. I think it was incredible.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take it personal at all. I think she just was. Yeah, I think. She has a lot of different guests on that, and she spent a lot of time with you. It was great.
Yeah, she did. And she has a lot of different guests. I was just like, my dream would be to, become a regular on that show because she has some regular, comedians that are always on.
Yeah, I'd love to be on it too. I don't. I've only met her one time. She's a great stand-up and just a great lady. Yeah.
Yeah, you should reach out there. Just say you're a friend of mine. I mean, I don't know what that'll do. She might not like me, but yeah, I really got the feeling that, wow, we were just so great together, and a lot of people enjoyed it. Yeah. And I just thought, man, I wish she would say something to me, but I don't know. Like, I hope our relationship's not over. It's just very unclear. Like when you work with big comedians, what is that like? Is it like do you reach out to them and say, oh, we should do that again?
It's weird. Like I know I ghost write for a couple people, but it's weird to I always give them their space and until they come to me and then I'll say something, because it's like, I don't like to, I get in the middle. I feel like I don't have a place in certain people's lives but if they come to me and ask, then I'll, definitely give them my opinion. But yeah, I try to be careful with that.
Well, I always think that the more famous person should be the one reaching out.
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes they're going through problems. Like I got a guy I know right now, I won't mention his name, but he just got out of rehab. And it's like, we got all this information on him. And it's like, it's hard to, people ask me about him all the time. And it's hard to not say until he's ready to come out and say it,
Oh, so when you're writing for him, are you including that in what you're writing?
Yeah, because he's doing a tour right now about live from rehab or straight out of rehab. So
we're going to be able to figure out who that is. We're getting a caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Oh, yeah, I have a quick statement to make regarding Jeff. I'm a little nervous talking to Big Star Duran. Jeff JJ Star Duran, my statement is you're the most unfunny comic I've ever seen on the street. I'm just saying, try to be funny.
Thank you.
Work on your gig. Can you do something funny?
Yeah, that's great. You know what? These guys are so nice. I love people like that. That call in, and that's great interaction with them.
He's very depressed, that guy, I think. And,
he's great. He's a great guy. I've heard him before. He's amazing.
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah, I actually do like him, but I think he is depressed. Myself as well. But
I love it.
Yeah, so that person, when they get out of rehab, are you saying, oh, is it okay if I include this in the bit or in the joke or in your tour?
And more people ask me about him, and I don't really want to say anything because it's like, it's really not my place to. That's I don't want to stand in front of anybody like that until they're ready to come out and talk about it, publicly. So that's all.
Yeah, and are you friends with that person? Like, are you? Because that's what it was confusing with Heather. Everybody was commenting under our video. They said, "Oh, you guys should be friends. You guys should hang out." And I was thinking that too, but I don't think she was thinking that. In fact, I went to a restaurant, and they sat me right next to her in the restaurant.
Oh, that's weird.
It was really weird, and it was before the podcast came out, and I was like, "Oh man, she's gonna hate this," because it was a communal table.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
It was a communal table at Wally's where you sit with other people and they have no choice whether they sit with you or not. And out of all the tables there, they put me right directly next to Heather McDonald. So I'm like, oh, no. Because she didn't put out the podcast yet. And I'm like, this is going to ruin it more. She's going to think I did this on purpose.
Oh, I know. I can see how you would feel that way, but no, she's probably, it's just circumstantial. That's cool.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it was a great interview, though. You did a great job, and I'm sure she'll have you on again.
Thank you. I'm getting some questions from people. Are you wearing makeup? Eye makeup?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. I look horrible, so I have to put makeup. I mean, as you get older and older, more makeup I got to put on.
Yeah, I was driving to Malibu yesterday with my 25-year-old colleague. I have a 25-year-old colleague.
Nice.
And she's taking pictures of me as I'm driving. And I look in the pictures and I'm like, I look like an old lady in these pictures. Like they were the worst pictures I've ever.
You don't.
And these pictures, I'll show you, just not now, but later I'll show you. They are the worst pictures ever. And I said, wow, I got to get funnier because I can't rely on my looks anymore.
Yeah, I can't rely on anything anymore, apparently.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's
No,
like, it's great.
Once you get to a certain age, you just got to get funnier or something else, because I'll tell you, there are changes that happen that you just cannot control. So I wear makeup all the time.
Oh, you look, but I mean, for a 70-year-old though, I don't look bad though. I mean, for 70 years old, I look pretty good, I think. I don't know. Who knows?
At what age did you start wearing makeup?
Oh, I started cross-dressing when I was 13.
Oh, I didn't know you were cross-dressing.
I mean, well, you know, I experimented with everything, you know.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I'm getting a caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Oh, Lisa, I was just listening in, and I wanted to tell you that you look like $1 million. I mean, it's so extraordinarily beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And whatever, idea you have, this age is irrelevant to age of enlightenment. You're one of those enlightened individuals. It just lights the whole world up. You look beautiful.
Wow, that's Eric. See, Eric, thank you, Eric. Wow. Okay, so see, there's some people out there that still say those things to me. So I feel like even if they're crazy, I should keep them on hand.
I mean, how old are you? 32 or something?
I'll tell you later. I identify as 32. So Elisa Jordana is 32. Elisa Schwartz is another age.
It's in Hollywood. That's fine.
Yeah, that's Hollywood. But I'll tell you, you do see the difference. And actually, oddly enough, guys my age that, they don't pay attention to me. But young guys in their 20s, they do now. And I love that. I love that. That's fun and exciting for me. And it's always surprising. But then when I try to be with that person, they're just so immature, and they
really are. I mean, I love the young guys too. I love the young people too, but it's like they are annoying. You know what I mean? It's like, geez.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah, there was this one cute guy that I knew he liked me, and I knew he was really into me. And then I started spending actual time with him. And I just thought, this guy knows zero about the world. He doesn't know anything. He's so dumb. And
But they're just good to look at. There's just a good eye candy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're good eye candy. And then also is they have a new energy where they're not bitter about anything.
That's true. You don't want to date a guy that's like over 40 that's all bitter, and it's no fun. It doesn't matter if he has a lot of money, it's like it's still not fun. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Trust me, I know from experience.
No, I mean, I woke up this morning and I was mad at so many people and so many situations. I was mad that tomorrow's a holiday and I'm going to work tomorrow and I have 10 appointments. I was mad at that.
Is it a holiday? What holiday is tomorrow?
I think it's Columbus Day tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the banks are closed, but I still have to go into work, even though I'm in banking for some reason.
Oh, you're in banking. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I'm in banking. So I have to go into work. I have 10 appointments tomorrow. I was so upset about that. I woke up just pissed this morning. I was so pissed off that I had to go into work, and I was just angry about it. I was angry about a lot of things at different people. This guy, Red Bar. You know this guy named Red Bar?
Oh, yeah. Mike David. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, so somebody from his camp emailed me that he wanted to come on Kermit and Friends. And I looked him up and I said, wow, this is a great guy for Kermit and Friends.
He's good. He's a great guy. He'd be a great guest.
And I knew that this guy that's also affiliated here, Cyan Z, they don't get along. So I was like, oh man, if I could get Cyan Z with Red Bar, that'd be a beautiful episode.
Beautiful,
And I was so looking forward to it. And then the guy Red Bar just completely disappeared. I don't even know if it was him. He didn't get back to me. And it's just so annoying. So I woke up pissed at that, pissed that I had to go to work tomorrow, just pissed at many situations. So I think when you have a young energy, you don't wake up like that.
Mike, he lives in Palm Springs. I know that guy. Red Bar. Yeah, he's cool, that guy. I'm sure it was maybe something happened. Who knows? He's a lot of stuff going on with that dude.
Yeah, no, I know. I love the way he fights with people. I mean, he's just perfect for this show. He's perfect. So I want him here. If he's listening, cool. I still want you here. Yeah, I saw that you were actually following him. So I was
I know. I've known him. He's been on for like 20 years. He's had a great show. That guy's incredible. That'd be good. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, for all of
I fought with him before, but a long time ago, not recently, like years ago. But I mean, I think he's great. I get what he does,
Why were you fighting with him?
Just, because I was on radio and I took myself too seriously, and he pointed something out. It was just it's some dumb bit that was done years ago. But nonetheless, he's evolved too over the years, as far as his show. So, yeah, that'd be a great situation for you guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're going to try to get him here. Let's listen to your promo.
Oh, listen! I thought it's because it's visual. I think.
No, I meant watch. We're gonna watch We're going to watch your promo. Just introduce it just quickly. What is this? What are we watching here?
This is a cut off the album called Drugs.
Okay, great. So it's called Drugs. Are you on drugs currently? Do you like drugs?
I've done every drug. Yeah, I mean, I got to. Of course, as we get to be 70 years old, you got to wind down a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I've done my share, and your share too, probably.
Yeah, I mean, someone gave me a vape the other day, and a lot of people I know do this vaping. Do you vape at all?
Never smoked a cigarette. I've smoked crack and I've smoked heroin, but I've never smoked a cigarette, believe it or not. But yeah, I know a lot of people do that vape. It's crazy.
Yeah, so this guy handed me a vape. It said cotton candy vape. And I tried it, and I immediately wanted to go to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Immediately. It was so horrible. I started freaking out. I started getting really paranoid. I was Googling Kaiser Permanente near me. And I was so worried. So yeah, I'm just too much of a paranoid person. I shouldn't be doing any drugs, and definitely not crack. Crack, I've heard very bad things about. By the way,
once in a while, some crack have never killed anybody. I love to like go check myself into a hotel. Before COVID and stuff, and just like some seedy like hotel and just go, wild with that. But I don't do it anymore. I got to be careful,
But crack, I mean, I think it did kill people.
Yeah, but you got to know what you're doing. It's just like you got to do that, and then you got to have a little like heroin or an opiate there as you're coming down, because you get the blues really bad. So those are just the swings and the slides, they call them.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that crack needed other things. I thought when you have
because when you come down, like you have to have something to deal with that whole depression that offsets cocaine. So. I mean, it's something that to do crack now is kind of embarrassing, but I mean, in my day, I've done a little crack here and there,
Yeah, I don't think I would do crack. I don't want to be called a crackhead.
Do some speed, do meth. It kills the common cold. I think it helped, got rid of COVID for me, because I had COVID and I did some methamphetamine, and all of a sudden it was gone. So I think that's something that people don't talk about. Methamphetamine, but you got to get the good stuff, the Hell's Angels stuff, like from the desert. That's what I do when I get it, But I got to be careful, because I'm getting older. So.
Yeah. Be careful. Okay, so let's check out your video for Drugs.
This is Drugs.
Hopefully.
It's just a clip.
Okay, yeah. just the clip. Everybody enjoy.
Live in the hearts of those who know lawlessness and insanity.
For these cool ones, I like to do massive amounts of cocaine. How about you?
I never did a show straight.
Leaving me outside with bag ladies and gardeners and guys that think Jesus is a Puerto Rican white beater who sells crystallized methamphetamine to underage school children. And I got a problem. I'm on my knees, banging on the glass to get a drop of my sweet nectar so I can stop shaking like Muhammad Ali at an ATM? Like a Jewish vibrator? I got a fucking problem.
Covered in powder. I need to do my makeup.
Well, it's Coachella. I mean, you got a party. I mean, that's fun.
I feel like I don't really know how a lot of people do Coachella.
The picture, let's get mixed up and intoxicated till we wake up in the ER under observation. And I guess what I'm saying is you should do drugs. Lose touch with everyone you love and come and kick it with us.
And what about the Stones? $500 to see the Stones live. If I'm paying $500 to see the Stones, Keith Richards better get off the stage, come over and tie off with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Does that come with brown tar? I robbed old people for their drugs. Because they get the best fucking shit, man.
But you relate to all those everything that was said, like the Vicodin and the old man's Cadnan. I mean, goddamn, how many times has anybody gone to use the bathroom at an old person's house and you're fucking checking out the medicine cabinet to see what they got, And I mean, I completely fucking related to that. It was so funny, man. And
I pimp Satan. I'm so fucking bad. I'm a motherfucking. I'm crazy.
Crazy to be able to keep pushing and going forward with that.
Dedicated to my brother. I got nothing left. I've been on borrowed time too long. Living too fast, now it's all gone. I risk it all to never look back, even fair time. Fucking struggle, fuck subtle. I'm Boston George with the hustle till I bubble. I double the time to double my stacks in my mind. I'm serving time, working 9 to 5s. What you expect from me, raised by G's? We had it fucked up, thinking we could follow our dreams. That's why I'm chasing my demise, getting high, sipping cheap liquor, tongue in the barrel while I'm finger fucking the trigger, thinking. a lot surviving, just the product of a dope fiend. Mama, forgive me, I'm just living out your pipe dreams. You wonder why I'm fucking heartless?
Wow. I was like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Wow, that was good. Okay, so a lot of that footage. So did you make that recently?
It's somebody. Yeah, my assistant made it. Yeah, it's all that's just a clip. It's actually it's really just audio, but they wanted to put some visual elements just so you could get an idea of what we're talking about. That's all that was. It's not from anything. It's just like it's a clip, an audio clip.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great. The only thing is like some of those clips look so old.
Well, yeah, those were a lot of that stuff was, I mean, when you go back through my history of comedy, I mean, you have like an arsenal of like an archive basically of like over, 20 years of stuff. So yeah, he had to go and find elements that where I was talking about drugs and stuff because, you got to remember I was off for a long time. I'm coming back now doing Rolling Loud.
Drugs? Were you off because of drugs?
No, I retired. I had made enough like in 2013, something like that, to take some time off. My dad got sick. Yeah, my dad was a German Jew, and he passed on a couple years ago, so I took care of him. And I did my mixtapes as a DJ. That's what I did. I made my money doing that, producing and stuff like that. So I'm just recently getting back to stand-up comedy, and we'll do the Rolling Loud again on December the 12th out at their NOS Event Center in San Bernardino. Also, Comedy Store too.
Oh, the Comedy Store. That's something I could actually go to. We have a person here that I'm shocked to see. William Quigley. Welcome back to Kermit and Friends. Wow.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not on mute.
Well, there's an echo. I don't know why there's an echo.
Because you're on TV too.
Okay, turn me off TV. We'll watch me later. Wow, Quig, you're
what
back.
Do you watch me later? What do watch me later?
What do you mean? You watch me later when this is done? I can't believe you're back.
Yeah,
wow.
At least that she calls me at like 9:00 back in the old days.
Your voice sounds really different.
Craig, let's watch the show together. And I have it on volume. You're listening.
To see, the extraordinary artist William Quigley here back on Kermit and Friends. He is such an extraordinary visionary, William Quigley. And he has got a really well-rounded approach. And I know he's always been there for you, especially during your darkest hour, to lead you to the light at the end of the tunnel. And here we are over a year later. So God bless you, William Quigley. Great to see you on Kermit and Friends.
Wow, a Quigley fan. That's so cool. So Quigley, you had fans. You left Kermit and Friends. Why did you leave us?
Well, you were involved with Andy.
So what?
Huh?
So what?
Are you still involved with him?
What does it matter? Why? That's why you left the show?
Well, his hair is no longer dyed. Is the show still all about Andy?
So you got jealous of Andy?
Huh?
Did you get jealous of Andy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. And now you're better.
I don't know if I'm better.
That's a terrible, terrible, terrible reason to leave a show just to be jealous of one person. There's a lot of people on this show.
Quig, keep her away from me. Quigley, what did you get me into, buddy?
He really said that to you?
Keep her the fuck away from me.
I don't think he said that. That sounds fake, Quig.
Well, it's because I have a cold. I don't have a cold. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You haven't been with Kermit and Friends. That's what's wrong. But were you upset that he was so involved with the show? Were you upset that there was like news articles about him being on the show?
No. I used him as a carrot. I dangled him to you. I wanted to see if you changed.
What does that mean?
Well, you're so talented. And you just I have the same problem. You should just focus on you.
But you left the show because of him. So it seems like you were very focused.
Because you're a great singer. That's why I left.
All right, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
No, you're an awesome, talented singer, at least. My camera's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on for sure there. It's hard to keep people around. Jeff, I have this guy, Quig. He was producing the show. He booked Andy Dick.
Producing the show.
Is that the famous the painter? Is that the
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
Oh wow, what an honor, man. Jeez, that's great. That guy worked with Warhol.
These are
and all
other
those
people's
people.
paintings. They're other people's paintings.
Yeah, but he was
I buy
like
a
in the
lot of
80s
art.
and 90s. I mean, he's like a vision. This guy's amazing. What an honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I can't even believe it.
Yeah. So he's a
That's
famous
other
artist.
people's art. That's young Jake.
Quig, just stop. Just he knows who you are, so you can be happy about that. And he was also producing Kermit and Friends. He booked Andy Dick. He booked the first doctor to be in China for the Wuhan, China for the COVID virus. He booked Rajiv Fernando. He booked fantastic guests, and then he just quit the show out of nowhere. And now he's back. So Quig, are you going to be producing Kermit and Friends again?
No, why not?
Yeah, why not, Quig?
You're doing a pretty good job yourself, Elise.
All right.
All I did was get criticized for how I didn't produce it well.
Where are you living now, man? Are you in New York or where are you?
I live in you ever hear of the I live in New York.
Cool. Yeah.
But
He's
not
in
in New York
the
City.
Hamptons. He's been doing well. I know you've been doing well. You had your NFT, right? How's the NFT world going?
I'm a millionaire now.
Oh,
Well, I already was, but I mean now I'm more of a millionaire.
Oh,
I'm
great.
not a billionaire yet.
Oh, okay. So everybody should
Like
know.
my counterpart, William Quigley. Well, that'd be a good guest, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so this William Quigley actually hooked up with another guy named William Quigley. And that William Quigley, I think, might be the better William Quigley because he seems very nice. If you look at clips of him, he doesn't seem like the type of person to quit Kermit and Friends because of Andy Dick. He seems like the kind of guy to stick around. What do you say, Quig?
I'm going to get a picture of William Quigley, show you guys.
Okay.
Want me to do that at least?
Yeah. We love
This is just like the old days.
Oh, yeah, this is great. So, if your name is William Quigley, either one, we love you on Kermit and Friends. Quig, we have a singer here today. Her name is Laura Dodge. She's going to sing a beautiful song that
Where's Elaine Ridings?
She's watching.
Are you guys still pals?
Yeah, I heard that you talked to her on the phone for multiple
Yeah, I
hours.
talked to her on the phone.
Yeah, you're much like
I
Eric
felt like
Riggs.
I was talking to you again.
Yeah, you're much like Eric Riggs in that way. Everybody talks to Elaine. There's a couple people in this community that everybody.
I just wanted to say, when it comes to trust, like Clemmer, his partner tried to steal his company from him. He literally trains all the Secret Service agents in the United States, but his partner tried to steal the company.
Whose partner? Who are you talking about, Eric?
The Clemmer group.
Who?
So, I mean, when it comes to trust is a mysterious thing, right? But trust, when people break the trust, it's kind of obvious that in order to repair it.
How come no one knows what you're ever talking about?
Well, the thing about someone like
you're like one of the most full of shit guys I ever met.
Yeah, well, the thing about someone like that person that Elisa was introduced to is
I
that
like you, Eric. I like you.
He
You're a
broke
cool
the
dude.
trust, but that was his
I like
own
your music, your
choice.
poems.
He made a clear distinction where he broke the trust and tried to steal things.
Yes. Hold on. I'm getting a call about William Quigley. Just 1 second, Eric. Yes, Kermit and Friends. Can you turn down your monitor, please? When you call him, turn down your monitor.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Where's the painting that he did of my daughter he was supposed to send?
Okay, great question. So that was John Bolton.
That's been a year now.
It's been a year. Wow, that is true. It's a good point. Okay, so John Bolton, your daughter was owed a painting by William Quigley. He promised.
She wasn't owed a painting. I told her I'd give her one.
Okay. So, John, are you upset?
John raises a good point. I like John.
It's been a year. It's been 1 year. Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
I like Lori.
He's upset. Everyone's upset.
Perhaps one way to look at it, Quigley, is you should not have introduced Elisa to that person, but you did by accident, and you did not know, you did not choose for him to behave like that. That was not your choice to do that, but he did it.
Who are we talking about?
That person that Elisa was talking to that was kind of toxic. He made choices that you would not have supported him doing.
Elisa's a big girl. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, but you didn't choose that, so it's kind of like a heart attack. That's not you, man. And we love you here, man.
I love Andy. I've known Andy 20 years, 30 years. I've known him. I love him.
Just because you love somebody.
I try to help him myself.
And you may be able to trust him.
She was trying to help him,
but I can't. Ever.
What?
So you may be able to trust that person with your private information, with your stage presence, with your company, with your money you make, but I can't. And we know that. Now, if Elisa can or can't, that's
no matter
her own
what
choice.
you do, she's probably not going to marry you.
If she can or can't, that's her own choice. But we all make choices. We all make the bed we sleep in. I do have a little bit more from this I wanted to read for you. And
I do quickly because I want to bring
on. You a lot, and I think I can trust you. Okay, the other person, we got to make distinctions.
Where are you at Starbucks?
And you know that. You know, business is business, man. If you can't trust somebody, so be it. If they want to mix match your character, so be it, man.
Where are you at Burger King?
I'm at a coffee shop around the street. So number 3.
That's cool.
Is yeah, because we all make decisions, man. So people.
Do you have a little audience there watching?
They could have, should have done something different, but they knew what they were doing when they did it. Okay. And so I got back together with number 3. Is I got back together with my Jewish congregation for the Sabbath after I came back to Seattle. It was nice to simply recuperate and hear the Torah being read, and then have a nice kiddush, which was like a small party. And then that night, my the woman, the wife of the head of the rabbinic court, gave a class. And then my friend, one is a doctor of accounting, another's a doctor of medicine. He gives a class on the Talmud. And it was all about the laws of agency and how a partnership comes together, as well as these wells along the road, where you could, in theory, take water out of the well for yourself. But another rabbi says no, because you don't know who it belongs to.
So, Weezy, you have any thoughts on Eric and Quig here?
Yeah, I like Quig a lot. He's cool. I hope he comes back to the show. Eric, crazy. And he was tolerable with long hair, but now that he has short hair, he creeps me out like 10 times more than he used to.
Please respect me as well, okay? I have a question for Elisa. Yeah, I respect you. Please respect me as well. How do you apply these concepts?
Elisa's clothes are on.
How do you apply the concepts, Elisa, of thinking outside the box when it comes to your professional relationships? That's my question to you.
Is that a question for me?
For Elisa. And I think it applies to you because I think you are trustworthy, but you probably shouldn't have introduced Elisa to that person, but you did. And that sometimes happens.
She begged me to. She was calling me to fucking 6 in the morning.
She probably shouldn't have begged
5
you, but
hours
she
before
did.
the show. So
And then you have to go back and say, you maybe chose that in the future. You may choose different.
Wow.
Okay, based off of.
I had to do it. She's a friend, and I did it for her show.
How do you apply the concepts of thinking outside the box?
Andy's a genius, bro.
To your professional relationships, but that's not with my business. He's not a genius.
Andy's like a
Eric's
genius,
business. So, how do you apply the concepts of thinking outside the box when it comes to your professional relationships, Elisa?
Well, I didn't look at him
the
as
box she's
like
in. She's
that.
overlooking the whole fucking city.
I didn't look at it like that, Eric. I didn't really, I consider people my friends here. I didn't look at it as a professional relationship, really, with Andy. He was just kind of like I don't know. He was like my friend, I guess.
It's like a funeral.
What's going on, Quig?
Is this a funeral? Did I join the wrong time? I don't even know what's going on.
Right. What's going on, Quig?
What the fuck's going on in your show?
It's been a year, man. What the,
Huh?
It's been a year. Been waiting for that painting. My daughter's got a place to hang it finally.
Some people pay me a lot of money and they've been waiting 5 years.
I
look at it
But
like
you offered
it puts
the
more
painting.
value in what I do.
You offered that painting to Lori, and she's been waiting for it.
I did. You're right.
Yeah.
John, I'm really glad you're bringing it up. I like people like John because he's very straightforward.
Yeah, he is. He's
And
very.
Danny,
I
I
like
didn't
being
snort
called out
nothing.
on my crap.
Danny
I don't
from
like
LA
being
asked
called on
what
my
I
crap.
what
I don't like
snorting.
saying
didn't
things I don't
snort
like to
nothing.
do. That's
Yeah, no, it's
I like
fine.
I like to do things that I say I'm going to do. I mean, it's hard for everybody, but
Why
I
didn't
try
you
not to
send
say
the painting? Why didn't you send the
I
painting
mean,
to?
the thing is that, promise is a promise, a deal. You said you were sending it. She's waiting to be able to show it and be proud of it and have something
I really don't have any
for the rest of her
excuses.
life.
If you let me talk, I don't really have any excuses. I absolutely agree with you. you know, I'm glad I came on because now it reminds me I do going to send. Even though I didn't come on, I was going to send the piece. But you know, John, between you and I, like, you know, I think Picasso said it, but like everything I do, I'm pretty insecure about. You know, maybe I'm lucky, I make a living, whatever, but I still value what I do, and I wanted to make a good piece for her. And I literally moved studios. I've been moving all this stuff and trying to get my studio all set. And she's like one of them. You know, it's a number one priority of mine. I would put it like that.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, when you get a chance, it'd be nice to see that you kept the promise. I mean,
yeah, a promise is very good to be kept. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Yeah, I hate to break it to Johnny B, but Quig threw out the Lori painting in the trash. It's in a dumpster a long time ago. And I'll pay Quig $500 right now to show that shitty painting of Lori. Thank you.
Oh, so you think he doesn't even have the painting? Do you have the painting, or you don't even have it? He doesn't have it. There's no way. It's gone.
I did show you an example of it, though, remember? Remember we had the photo on here.
Okay. You know what? Actually, you could help with. Actually, we need help with this wrap-up show. We have no wrap-up show anymore. Did you know that?
Oh, God.
We have no wrap-up show whatsoever.
Don't you feel grateful you have a whole show? What, you need a wrap-up show? What do you like, the NFL?
Yeah, I need multiple wrap-up shows.
It's like a football game.
I feel very empty inside unless I have multiple wrap-up shows.
Yeah, you want it all, don't you?
I mean, yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so speaking of having it all, we have Kleenex here. Wow. Kleenex.
Don't do it.
Oh my God, he's like
Don't
one of the first
do
guests
it.
in history.
Don't do it.
Don't
do
do
a
what?
wrap-up show quick. Don't do it. All the wrap-up people die with it. You don't want to die with it. Don't do it.
I don't think I'm doing it anyway. I'm lucky to be on
Don't
this
do
show.
it. Don't do it.
I can't believe I'm even here.
I know. I can't either.
It's Sunday. It's raining out.
Bye, motherfucker.
Wow. Okay, so that was Kleenex making a special appearance. Okay.
You know, I'm really good at it. I'm good at branding, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Come on. I did fucking Grey Goose vodka. Anyway, you should move your show a different time. I'll come on more.
Really? I really have to figure out what I'm doing with this show. I need help.
Have a big announcement. You're going to do it at night. Now you'll get so many people to be famous.
I look better during the day, though. My lighting is better during the day. That means a lot.
You look good any minute. You got
all right.
You still have that jerk off club?
No, they quit too. All right, just hold on. I'm gonna bring Laura on. This is my favorite song. Okay, I heard this song. Laura, what year did I hear this song for the first time?
2010.
2010. And I never forgot this song, you guys. It has been in my head for 10 years. 10 years. Tell us a little bit about this song that you're going to play.
It's called My Own Medicine. And yeah, I'll let the words in the song speak for itself.
Okay, a taste of my own medicine. You guys should all be tasting your own medicine out there. All of you. Everybody that's watching right now, enjoy a taste of my own medicine from Laura.
There was some way I could figure you out, that I could read you, and I need you. Got the wheel spinning round in my head, I don't know just what to do. Came along and took me for a ride, and you were gone like the speed of light. The dust won't settle in my head from the clouds till I get my feet back on the ground. You give me a taste of my own medicine. You're making me wait for the next dose. Got me feeling like a patient when I'm used to playing doctor. Giving me a taste of my own medicine. Wish there was something I could say or do to really please you and not tease you. No matter what I do, my spell will work on you. And boy, how it's making me blue. The bird's burning, now it's cold as stone, and I'm left out here on my own. The night is fading like the darkest sign that sends shivers running down my spine. Give me a taste of my own medicine. You're making me wait
give me a taste of my own medicine. You're making me wait for the next dose. Got me feeling like a patient when I'm used to playing doctor. Giving me a taste, give me a taste of my own medicine. You're making me wait for the next dose. Got me feeling like a patient when I'm used to playing doctor. Giving me a taste, give me a taste of my own medicine. You're making me wait for the next dose. Got me feeling like a patient when I'm used to playing doctor. Giving me a taste of my own medicine. Of my own medicine.
Simona, you're getting older. Your journey's been it's on your skin. Simona, I guess I know her. We seem so strong, been there and gone. I would call you up every Saturday night. We'll both stay out till the morning light and we'll say, here we go again. And the time goes by, I will always be in the club with you in 1973. Sing, here we go again. Simona, wish I was sober so I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Simona, I guess it's over. My memory plays our tune, the same old song. I will call you up every Saturday night. We'll both stay out till the morning light and we'll sing, here we go again. And the time goes by, we'll always be in the club with you in 1973. Sing, here we go again. Simona, wish I was sober.
If you don't wanna see me, did I full 180? Crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on. fun or scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Oh, walk away, oh. Don't start caring about. Oh, walk away, oh. Ooh. If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now.
So I looked up the lyrics, Laura. Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now, because you had your chance and you blew it. Right, Laura?
Yep.
That person blew it. So if they blew it, they're not getting another chance. Exactly. So if people want to look you up and find out how they can't get another chance with you because there's just no shot, if they couldn't do it the first time and they miserably failed, you know who you are, by the way, people that are watching this. If you failed the first time, there's going to be no other next time. And if you want to just stalk Laura through Instagram or, online, because that's all you're getting because you can't come back, how do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Laura Does Music and Facebook at Laura Does Music, as well as on YouTube. And I also have a website, lauradoes.com, lauradoesmusic.com.
Yes. Okay. So everybody follow Laura. Obviously, she's a friend of mine. I'm a huge fan. When I saw that song,
Thank you.
I was like crying. The lyrics are so important for those men out there that think they can come back. They try to weasel their way in. Maybe they like one of your pictures and you're like, oh, they're back. But no, you're not back. You're never coming back because we're done with you now. So don't start. Okay. All right. So Laura, did you enjoy Kermit and Friends today? Are you going to come back?
I did. Thank you so much for having me on. It's so good to see you.
Okay, good. I'm glad you had fun. After this show, we're going to have a wrap-up show. We're going to talk about Laura. We're going to talk about Quig. We're going to talk about new potential co-host Wheezy.
Yes.
And Charmin. So next week is a very big Charmin week. Week.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have a woman. I had to write it down because I was so confused.
Sounds a little dark, doesn't it?
No, but we're dark. Wheezy.
I know.
Yeah. We're not all rainbows. We're not
No,
all.
Sure.
Yeah, we're not all rainbows. We're not all sunny days.
No.
There's clouds out there. And we've had tough times. I've had a tough, horrible life most of the time, and Charmin probably too. And so we're having. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain it in the best way possible.
Okay.
She had a campaign manager when she was running for president. Okay, she was running for president of the 2020 election. She had a campaign manager who was assaulted and drugged.
Unbelievable.
That's
unbelievable.
That's the right reaction. That's the right reaction.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
So the person that's affiliated with the people that drugged and assaulted this person is coming on Kermit and Friends.
Riveting. I can't believe it. I am excited about it.
Yeah. It is truly exciting.
We need some press for this coming up so that we get twice the amount of viewers next week.
Actually, do you want to be in charge of that?
Sure. I'll do it.
Okay, great. So something I like about you is you were nominating yourself as co-host, and I love that.
I tried. I had to take my shot at it just in case Kleenex came back on.
Yeah, exactly.
And he did. I was surprised. He's showing his face again.
Yeah, no, the people that are here contributing, I really appreciate. And I do need a co-host. I thought that guy Red Bar was coming on. I don't know what happened to that
I'll
guy.
get a haircut. I know my hair is crazy. I'll get a better haircut for
No,
my
I like your hair. Hold on, I'm getting a caller. Yes, Eric.
I just wanted to tell you, Elisa, that this is the best show yet. This is by far my favorite show so far, and you've never looked more beautiful on stage. It's like every time I see your show, it's just it brings a light to my life, to at least. And I imagine there's a lot of people out there watching, listening, and you've got such a bright future, hon. I such a keep it out. Have a great work week. And again, age is irrelevant, and age of enlightenment. You're one of the life viewers. God bless you.
All right, God bless you. Okay, so that's a Kermit and Friends fan. I actually love
Great
that guy.
feedback. Such good feedback.
Yeah, I actually love that guy. So okay, so you're gonna be wearing many hats. You could be the co-host. You're in charge of like corralling people to go to the wrap-up show.
Okay. Who's doing the wrap-up show today?
That's the thing. No one.
Oh.
And unless Bob wants to do it. But the thing is, when Bob does it, I think a lot of people should show up for Bob. But oddly, they don't. And I don't know why, because he's fantastic. Look at him. He even has a new hat. Bob.
I like Bob.
Bob, what's happening with your wrap-up show?
I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit today.
Is it going to be late, though? Can't be late.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
I don't generally do them late.
That is the problem. I think when people start later, there's confusion, and I don't want any confusion. So the people that are on Kermit and Friends, like Janelle and Laura, and all the regulars, those people should. I mean, only if you want to, but I think it's fun. I mean, it's you can get out your story more. You'll have more time. It's more of an open format. So on this show, the reason why it can get confusing for people is because it's like very fast paced. And that allows doesn't allow for that much explanation of stories. So like, for instance, Janelle's story is like I have the PDF format of her story. It's like a huge long story and it's fascinating, but the wrap-up show can dissect it more. So that's the benefit for going on the wrap-up show. Laura can play more songs on there. Bob, you could talk about whatever you want, buttholes and your interest. So that's the benefit of going on the wrap-up show. But not, it's not a force thing. I don't want people to feel forced. So it's a very fine line between force and doing it for fun. Oh, okay. Charmin is saying that Johnny B will do it. That's a good person to do it. Okay, so
I have a good idea for somebody in mind for you for a wrap-up show. I just haven't had time to talk to him yet today.
Oh, who's that?
You're not going to tell us? It's going to be a secret?
What's a secret?
Somebody good?
Yeah,
you good for us, Bob? Somebody pretty? You get us another pretty boy?
No, he's not as pretty as Stephen Bullish.
That guy wasn't very down to do this, though. See, it can't be just good looks alone. It has to be somebody that's enthusiastic. That's the number one trait of a Kermitarian is enthusiastic. So you could be a 10, but your enthusiasm, if it's a 2, you're not a good host. So I like people that are enthusiastic, that are really super into it and excited to branch out in the world and meet people and make friends and fans and connect. So unless you have that quality, you're just not going to be able to do it on looks alone.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. You got to be a happy-go-lucky kind of person at least. I just want to say congratulations on Wheezy. I think Wheezy is a really great person. I think he's going to make a good co-host too.
He is. He's good. He shows up. He's reliable. He nominated himself, which I love that. And, he just has a lot of enthusiasm. He follows the show. He follows the characters and what's going on. That's super important. And he's got a lot of great qualities. So I'm absolutely thrilled with him. And, I need help. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be cool and say, this is so easy. This is really not easy. In fact, this morning I woke up with a feeling of dread because I'm like, okay, how do I make this run? It does not run itself. You need people here. You need people here. So the fact that we got Charmin's campaign managers, what do you call it? Campaign managers assaultee. Is that what you call it? I don't know. The fact that we got that is a miracle. Kermit and Friends.
Hey, Elisa, I just wanted to, again, thank you. And I wish you such a wonderful work week.
In terms of quality decisions, I know you have a lot more experience than I do. For instance, as a talk show host, your experience literally on the Howard Stern show, literally playing music for millions of people. But I think in terms of really wise decisions, something I didn't understand when you made the decision was saying Chubster Bob's going to be the CFO. I said, what do you mean he's going to be the CFO? But you know what? I think that's one of the wisest decisions that I've ever seen someone make, because Bob is one of these people who isn't just, out for the long haul or out for himself. He is like so legit. I love you, Bob. I do. I do. And I love that you love America so much. I do. Yeah, I'm
Isn't
sure
that
your
nice?
spouses, and I know that.
So what's this move to CFO? What are y'all talking about?
Well, you remember a long time ago, you were the CFO. You still are. You remember that role?
Okay.
Yeah. You've been that for about a year now, so I'm surprised you don't know. But yeah, you're the CFO, so you're a very important person here. Another really important person is Tall, Dark, and a Handful. He's missing right now, but you two are the ones, and hopefully Wheezy, and Leaf is the producer here. We have a lot of people helping out. Okay, but the most important,
we need teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork, exactly. Oh my gosh,
that's why I was all for creating that one little place where we could get over and go chit chat.
What?
By ourselves. That's why I was had Tall Dark went and created that little space where it's just us and we could go in there and chit chat when we need to.
Oh, is that like a private room or something? I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Dave.
Oh, hey Dave, thanks for calling in. How are you?
Yeah, that's all right, thank you. I was just really in because I've been watching Kermit and Friends, and I was more just wanting to check in and see if you're doing all right, because I feel like you've been having a bit of a nightmare week getting everything ready for the show. But the show's real good for the people watching it, and I just wondered, are you doing all right?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm okay. It just like I said, we need help here. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't run by itself. So the people that stepped up, like Wheezy, and people that are booking guests, and the people that are sharing their stories, like Charmin and Janelle, like those people we really appreciate. Obviously, Wappy is incredible. People that really step up and contribute, I just appreciate so much. We need that so badly. And that's just what makes Kermit and Friends run, is it's a community. It's not like the Elisa show. It's Kermit and Friends. So it's about the friends that we make here. It's not just about one person. And that's why I just appreciate when people step up, and they really have. And I just want to tell everyone that is something that is so necessary here. And because it gets stressful when it's just me like freaking out about it.
Yeah, I can imagine. And as well, it's really difficult because, like, how many wrap-up show hosts have you had now? It's like the Bermuda Triangle. Like, anyone who hosts a wrap-up show, like, vanishes from your life. It seems to be like the wrap-up show's kind of cursed, but it's such a nice idea. I wondered, like, maybe if you change the name of it or something, then people might stay. Like, maybe it's got like a bad aura about it now, because it's such a great idea to have a show afterwards, but so many people have come and gone after hosting the wrap-up show.
Well, it's the same reason why people would quit anything, why they quit having a podcast, because it's really difficult. This is not easy to do. It's not easy to make it run smoothly. It's hard to keep the conversation going for like a few hours, right? So it's something that, unless you've done it like professionally for a while or been involved in some kind of thing where you have experience, it's almost impossible to do it. So I really want people to do it like for the right reasons. Okay. So I noticed there's like some Kermit and Friend grifters, like people, like I don't want to mention any names, but that guy Mark Connors, like I felt like he was trying to just like take the fans from here and like promote his country music. And I was actually fine with that. That's fine. But he didn't like Kermit and Friends. He didn't seem to like it. It seemed like he just wanted to like squeeze every last drop out of it for himself, right? So that's not a good reason to be the Kermit and Friends wrap-up show host. I think if you really enjoy the show and you're a part of it and you actually like it, that's the best person to host the Kermit and Friends wrap-up show. People that are vulnerable in Kermit and Friends, those are the perfect people, because they really know what it's about. This is about relationships and emotions, and this is not fluff, okay? Kermit and Friends is not a bunch of fluff. Look who we're having on next week. I mean, this is serious. This is serious stuff right here. I mean, between Janelle talking about people showing up, serving her papers, or Charmin talking about her campaign manager being assaulted, these are people that are showing like the most important things in their lives that have affected them the most to our audience. So you have to have respect for that. And, this is not fluff. This is not like promoting our country music. This is like real life, hard, difficult conversations that we're sharing with each other. So that's why I think that the wrap-up show is very important. And we want to take care of our Kermitarians there. We just don't want people being Kermit and Friends grifters. I mean, I hate to say it, but I've seen many Kermit and Friends grifters come and go. And there are people that don't like Kermit and Friends, but try to capitalize off what we've built here. And, I let it happen multiple times, but it just has to be people that have love for the show and that respect the show and the people here.
That's right. And after as well, like, you shouldn't really be hosting a wrap-up show if you haven't even watched the actual show.
Yeah, that infuriates me. Honestly, that infuriates me when like Mark Connors would say, "Oh, I didn't watch the show, but I'm doing the wrap-up show." It's like, fuck you. How dare you? How dare you do that? I hate that. That makes me furious, Dave. Like, that is not what, I mean, it's infuriating when people do that. So I appreciate anyone that does the wrap-up show, but please watch Kermit and Friends. If you're going to do a Kermit and Friends wrap-up show, obviously you don't know what a wrap-up show is if you don't watch the main show.
Well, it really made me laugh because that happened like multiple times. Like, it wasn't just Mark Connors. It was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was like Corey.
Kermit and Friends, and then they go and do a wrap-up show, but sometimes the wrap-up show would be like 4 hours long.
And then they talk about the show
about Kermit and Friends that you haven't watched.
Yeah, and then they try to like say they don't watch Kermit and Friends like it's a badge of honor. I hate that. I can't stand that. So yeah, people like that are no good. The people that are involved and that are stepping up and that have something to say and are vulnerable, and I want people that care about the people here. Like, being caring, that's a very important thing, because the people that are vulnerable in this community, that is not easy to do, and not everybody can do it. In fact, maybe just a handful of people in my lifetime I've seen truly open up and, serve themselves to Kermit and Friends. And that is a hard thing to ask people to do. Bob has brought pretty much everyone in his life to this show. That is big. That is a big deal. And this is not just a normal interview show. This is everything. This is like we spill our guts on this show. And so I just want the wrap-up people to respect it. And like, Corey was like, I guess that's funny that he was the host, but it shouldn't be someone that hates the show. That's not who the wrap-up show host should be.
Well, it feels to me like, say if you're putting like an advertisement in like a newspaper and you were advertising for the job of wrap-up show host, they need to actually have watched Kermit and Friends and not hate it. That seems to be like your only real requirements, and to do it regularly with a kind of vaguely positive attitude. That doesn't seem very hard.
Exactly. It should be.
Do that.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Thank you so much. You get it. See, people that get it, those should be wrap-up show hosts. People that are involved. Okay? If you want to be involved, you're going to have fun. Okay? I'm not having fun all the time. I got to admit, I was very miserable this morning just thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? But there is good parts of it. That you'll enjoy making friends. The people here are very amazing. I mean, I'm telling you that. I know that. Somehow, the most amazing people have found this show. I don't even know how I met most of the people, but when they come here, they understand that they have to be vulnerable and authentic and not disingenuous and not fake. You can't be fake on the show. You just get to be the real person who you truly are, which is hard to be in another environment. Like at work, it's hard to be who you truly are. Or anywhere else, or, when you go out on a date, you're fake, usually at the first couple dates at least. And that's not what this is. We want people to be exactly who they are and everything, all the flaws, all the problems. We want you to show it. So, for that reason, I'm thrilled when people tell their true story on this show.
And one of the things as well that people don't realize is that, like the way you've had so many wrap-up show hosts, you have done it every week. And after a bit, like that builds up, like there is a pressure to it, and there's like a pressure to keep raising the momentum and keep things rolling along and keep new ideas coming in. And you've managed it. So even if like you woke up this morning and you maybe didn't feel 100%, the show's been real good today. So
thank you.
Well done, you did it again.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave, for your call. I love you so much. I just appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. I have somebody that's actually says that he wants to help His name is DJ Mac. He's a new person here. Hi, welcome to Kermit and Friends.
Yeah, hi. I love the show. Big fan. Big fan. Been watching you for a little while. It's a great show. You got a great show going here.
Wow. All right. So you're brand new.
I am.
Did you watch today's show?
Yeah, I've been watching all day. I watch football. I watch your show. I've watched past shows. There's no telling how much I watch. I can't stop watching.
Wow. Okay. So football was on at the same time as Kermit and Friends?
It always is. Yeah, you're always on a Sunday. So I'm always watching football. I'm always watching the show. That's what it is.
How often do you glance away from Kermit and Friends to watch football?
I mean, it's a split screen scenario. It's 2021. There's a lot of technology going on here. So I watch the games. I watch the show. There's no telling what I might be doing.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on the different characters here? Who's your favorite?
I've seen a lot of guys. I've seen you got the old Colonel Sanders looking guy in the bowling shirt. He's pretty cool.
That guy?
There he is. Yeah, there he is. There's Colonel Sanders. You got the New World Order doctor who's telling everyone to get vaccinated. He's Indian. That's pretty fun. I don't know. I've been watching recently. I don't really have any strong opinions about anybody. I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Wow. All right. That sounds great. See, there's good people that reach out to us and are on Kermit and Friends. So hopefully after this will be an amazing wrap-up show that you can tune into. You'll be in the Kermit and Friends Discord. You'll make friends and fans. And hopefully you'll really enjoy it and be inspired to turn off football. How good would Kermit and Friends have to be for you to turn off your football game?
Oh, like I said, it's multiple screens. I mean, you're very engaging. You're a great hostess. You really are. So I'm appreciative of that. But I mean, I like football. I like the news. I like your show. I like it all. There's nothing that gets past me. I keep an eye on everything. So don't think I'm impartial to one or the other.
Well, hopefully next week when I have Charmin's campaign
Whatever.
manager's enemy. Yeah.
Let's call her the whatever.
Hopefully he'll turn off football for that because that's going to be exciting. So Charmin.
Though it does impact football, right? It was a elite party the night before the Super Bowl by a major sports company.
Okay, so at a major sports company event, there was an assault. We're going to get to the bottom of it next week. This is important. Charmin, why do you think it's important for people to tune in next week?
Well, if you're a fan of Kermit and Friends and you care about the people here and the ongoing stories, this will be a big one. This isn't something that's going to go away after 1 week. It's something that'll play out over several weeks. I'm actually surprised that we haven't heard from any of these people before now. And I'm looking forward to getting to the bottom of this. I've showed up here every week for months in anticipation of my drama following me here. And it has not. And I have waited patiently for whatever was going to come. And it seems like the people who show up here, who I think are actually associated with my campaign manager and this drama, consistently try to get me to leave this show because they don't want me to tell my story here. And it feels like a real good time to let them hear it, let everybody hear it here.
Wow. So you thought by coming on here that these people would follow you and you'd finally get your story out?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then by getting your story out, what could happen? What could happen to benefit you?
Well, for me, I could put to bed something that really detoured my life, right? My campaign, my personal life, everything that I have built my life for, it got detoured in Minneapolis through my campaign manager. And this story stopped me from pursuing my political aspirations. This story is so big, I really felt like the only way to tell it and to break it was with a police investigation and have it come out. It is so big. The story that she told me is so painful. It will impact people on so many levels. We are talking about a monster sex trafficking ring that surrounds all of Major League Sports, especially the NFL. Every year at the Super Bowl, we hear Homeland Security talk about how to identify sex trafficking victims who are flying to the Super Bowl. Every year we hear these stories, and this event that she suffered, this experience, what she went through, the details of the story that she told me, it altered my life completely. I absolutely believed her. What happened to her this is significant. What we heard last year with all the crazy QAnon stories about elite parties and what takes place at those elite parties. This is an elite party. This is a story. People want to hear this. This is a way to tie it all together and expose it if it is a lie and help us heal from it. But if it is not a lie, it gives us an opportunity to break through and actually expose and take down what is a horrible event.
So why would you stop running for president because of this story, though?
When the police told me that the details of the night did not take place as she had explained, and then they investigated her and me for cooking up this story. Thank God she had been blackmailing me. Thank God we had so many problems. Her story is so complicated and so convoluted. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get past this event that I had found myself in the middle of. It's crazy. It is the most intense story I have ever heard or dealt with, and I honestly didn't know how to get past it. And it wrapped up into my personal life in such a way that it impacted me and my entire trajectory. I would like to get this resolved one way or another so I feel like I can move on with my life.
All right. We're going to try to help. We're going to try to help all the Kermitarians here. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you everyone that contributed to Kermit and Friends. I appreciate you all. Please join who's ever doing the wrap-up show. Have no idea who that is. I don't even know where to send you guys. That's the truth. I don't know where to send you guys. Potential co-host Wheezy, where do I send people?
You know, I'm seeing a lot of different comments here, and I think people are actually trying to fight over who gets to do the wrap-up show, which is probably pretty good that we're having such, excitement over it. But I know Bob's going to do one. Right, Bob?
Oh, Bob. Okay, so Bob's coming through. Okay, so Bob, how do people find you, like Charmin and Janelle and Laura and DJ Max, so we can get to know him better, and Quigley and Kleenex? How do they find you?
I'm pretty easy to find. You find me on YouTube. Look under Trumpster Bob or T-Bob. And I got the logo with the double fist pump happy face going on. Once you find me, then, you can follow my channel and you'll know when I'm doing the wrap-up show. But I call mine a review or an after show because I don't want to do my show on Sunday. Everybody wants to do it on Sunday, but you can't do it on Sunday when football season is here.
What?
That's not going to happen.
Bob, you have to do it. No. The wrap-up show is after the show. That's the whole point.
I'm thinking about doing a wrap-up show on Sundays directly after the show and then doing a review show on like Monday or Tuesday.
All right. Do whatever you want,
You don't
Bob.
have to compete with football. Football's a big thing to compete with, no matter how many people are boycotting it or not.
All right. Obviously, fuck football, right? It's very boring. And watch the Kermit and Friends wrap-up show. Place unknown. Okay? Place unknown. I don't know where to send you guys. Try to follow us in Discord so you can get the link. If you don't know where Discord is, just reach out to me or any of the people here. And then that way you could keep in touch with everyone and you could find the wrap-up show and find our show next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week on Kermit and Friends.
You know I really got a feeling. You know I really got a feeling. I'ma pull the fuck up on ya. You know I really got a feeling. I'ma set a fire on ya. It's just a matter of time now. Just a can of gas and I'll be burning your ass now. Pop the trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun. Cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun. Pop the trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun. Cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun. You know I really got a feeling. You know I really got a feeling. I have to bust bust a few shots on you. You know I really got a feeling I have to bust a whole clip on you. It's just a matter of time now. Just a couple more rounds and I'll be taking your life now. Pop the trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun. Cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun. Pop the trunk, load the guns, on the road to the burning sun. Cracking skulls, spilling blood, on the road to the burning sun.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair and ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Choice of man, but I would never love again. He's the only one for me, Joe.